Hi everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. Welcome back, and to those who are new, thanks for checking out my channel. If you are interested in diverse reading and Canadian literature, then please hit subscribe and stick around. Today I am going to attempt the impossible. I'm going to attempt to predict which book and author and defender will win Canada Reads 2021. And if you watched my video where I tried to predict the shortlist, then you know that only 2 of the books that I predicted made the list. The theme for this year's Canada Reads is a book that transports you. The long list included 15 books, which was narrowed down to 5 for the shortlist, and I will say that they are quite diverse. I finished reading all 5 last week, and I've had some time to think about how I would approach this. So first I'm going to share the 5 books according to their enjoyability factor for me. And I've seen other people's reactions, and it seems that every single one of the books has people who really loved it, and then people who really didn't or DNF'd them. So there are people at every end of the spectrum, and if you are interested in what the books are about and my thoughts about them in particular, I talk about some of them in my January wrap-up video, and next Friday I will talk about the rest as part of my February wrap-up. So let's get to it. Least enjoyable for me was Hench by Natalie, Zina, Walschots. It's being defended by actor Paul Sun-Hyung Lee. The next least enjoyable for me was Two Trees Make a Forest by Jessica J. Lee. And this is being defended by singer-songwriter Scott Helman. And it's one of the 2 books I thought would make the short list. And then smack in the middle for me is The Midnight Bargain by C.L. Polk. And this is being defended by Olympian and broadcaster Rosie Day. Then second most enjoyable for me is Jonny Appleseed by Joshua Whitehead. And this is being defended by actor and filmmaker Devery Jacobs. And this is the second book that I predicted correctly for the shortlist. And finally, the most enjoyable book for me was Butter, Honey, Pig Bread by Francesca Ekwuyasi, which is being defended by chef, recording artist, and TV host Roger Mooking. Now, this doesn't mean that I think Butter, Honey, Pig Bread will win. There are so many factors to consider for this competition, like, does the book fit the theme? Is it a book that all Canadians should read? Is the book appealing to a wide audience? And then there's the most unpredictable part of the competition, which is how will the defenders argue for their book? And how will they vote? And what is their strategy? So there are too many unknowns, which make this very difficult to know what's going to happen. But then, of course, that's also why it's kind of fun to try and figure it out. So I am going to share how I think voting will go down and give some reasons. I have changed this order a few times over the past week, but for now, I think it might go like this. I think The Midnight Bargain will get voted off first. It's a magical book. It fits the theme, but I'm not really sure that there is something in it that all Canadians should read. And so I think that this will be the hardest to argue for in the competition. And of course, that might also be, the reason that the defenders want to keep it in, because they might see it as the book that they have a better chance going up against. I don't know. We will see. I think the second book to be voted off will be Two Trees Make a Forest. This is a memoir, and oftentimes with Canada Reads, the defenders don't like judging someone's life stories. So even though this has connections to Canada, it transports you to another culture, another country, I think this one will be voted off fairly early. I put Butter, Honey, Pig Bread as the third book because it has connections to Canada, it transports you, the writing is beautiful, and depending on how the defender argues for this book, it might make it to the last day, but I don't think it will win overall. So that leaves us with the last two with, let me just grab this other one, Jonny Appleseed and Hench. And what I love about Jonny Appleseed is that it is a voice that Canada doesn't hear enough about. I kind of compare it to last year's winner because of that. The writing is raw. I know I saw online that the content was difficult for some readers, but what I love about Hench is the writing. I think it's the best thing about the book, and I realize I put it as the least enjoyable for me, but that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate what it brings to the Canada Reads competition. It's not my genre at all, right? So Jonny Appleseed has a connection to Canada, and it may transport you, but I think Hench doesn't necessarily have the connection to Canada that Jonny Appleseed does, but it transports you in a way that none of the other books do. So, weighing all of the factors with these two and trying to read people's minds a little bit, I am going to predict that Hench by Natalie, Zina, Walschots is going to be the winner of Canada Reads 2021. I think it's the most unique book, and we've never had a winner like it before, so we will see what really happens. A reminder again that the competition takes place on March 8th to the 11th, and I will leave links below. I will also be chatting with Canada Reads American Style and other Canadian friends after each day of competition. We did this last year, and I will put a link to their channel below. We'd love to have you follow along. So last year they also had the defenders speak with us after most of the shows, including an interview with Canada Reads host Ali Hassan. And I believe Ali Hassan is going to be joining us again, and we will see if there will be any other surprise guests along the way. I know that they have already interviewed some of the defenders on their podcast, and that's on their YouTube channel as well. So I will leave a link to that and you can check that out. And there's also going to be the authors and the defenders together through CBC, so I will do that as well. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think the winner will be? Are you enjoying the books this year? Which book did you like the best? I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, enjoy your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.